to the video. Hope you're doing well. Today we're going to be doing LEGO Dimensions episode 6, and I have a feeling we are going to be meeting a certain doctor. So yeah, let's begin. And because we are going to be meeting a certain doctor, I have a plan for today's episode, and that is, I want to convince you guys to watch Doctor Who. That is my main mission for today. I am going to try and convince all of you to watch Doctor Who, okay? I'm going to talk about the history of Doctor Who, talk about why it's so great, talk about things, and yes, let's begin. There it is. So this is the TARDIS, and this is the 12th Doctor. At this point in time, we have had 15 Doctors, and the 15th Doctor is just left. So, we now have the 16th Doctor, or not the 16th Doctor, we don't know yet. This is actually Peter Capaldi. He's a Scottish Doctor, and he's probably the first Doctor to actually use a Scottish accent, since David Tennant didn't use a Scottish accent as the Doctor.
You said before. Well spotted, Batman.
I know, Sylvester McCoy would use a Scottish accent. Sorry, that's false. Don't listen to me. Also, yeah, Gandalf turns into Saruman there, which is pretty cool. So this is the TARDIS. Stands for Time and Relative Dimension in Space. It's a time-traveling machine, which is bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. And the whole point of it is that it basically... It has a chameleon circuit, so it's meant to change wherever you land to blend in. But you see, the chameleon circuit on this TARDIS is broken, so it's stuck as a 1950s/60s police box.
Where are we?
Does it matter?
Which is very popular in London.
I don't know. Dave. This is my phone number. You'll call it when you get into trouble, and I'll help you out. I'm nice like that. Look, normally...
So, basically, Doctor Who is a TV show created in 1963. It premiered in November. Yes. Any Americans out there? Yes, it premiered a day after JFK was assassinated. And we'll talk about that in a second. So basically, it was created by Sidney Newman, and Verity Lambert, and Warren Hussein. They're kind of the three main people everyone talk about. Verity Lambert was one of the first women who was kind of given a chance at the BBC. And yeah, you could probably tell that when this happened, they were kind of on thin ice. You could feel like, I feel like if this would have messed up, Verity could have lost her job because, you know, they were quite sexist back then. But basically, yeah, Verity and Sidney Newman and Warren Hussein, they basically worked together and they made this fantastic show. Originally it premiered the day after JFK was assassinated, I believe, something like that. JFK was assassinated, I'm pretty sure it was the day before, and a lot of people didn't watch the episode because of that. But then when they premiered it a few weeks later, it started getting good views, and then of course they released The Dalek in 1963, which was the second serial, which was about the Daleks. And the Daleks blew up and everyone loved it, and then Doctor Who became amazing. So yeah, that's kind of the idea of Doctor Who. The Doctor is an alien from the planet Gallifrey. His species are called Time Lords. Basically, Time Lords are like, kind of like, the TVA. Time Lords are like the TVA. They make sure that nothing bad happens to the timeline. And if something does go wrong, they will usually send people down there to fix it, using TARDISes. The Doctor stole the TARDIS, and he went rogue. And basically, because he went rogue, he decided to, take the TARDIS. But he took a prototype TARDIS, which is why it usually doesn't work. He ran away with his granddaughter Susan, and then they went to Earth, and they lived in the junkyard. Susan went to school, and one day her teachers basically got suspicious because they were like, how on earth does she know all this stuff? Like, she doesn't know, like, like, she knows, like, all this stuff about history and all that, but she doesn't know what we use in terms of, like, maths and stuff like that nowadays, but she will know, like, something from, like, 100 years ago. And they basically follow her home because they get suspicious because basically all it says her address is the junkyard. She's like, surely she doesn't live in the junkyard. So they followed her home. Yes, 1960s. Lawsuit nowadays, but it's fun. Basically, the doctor kidnaps them. Yes, he is the hero. The doctor kidnaps them, and basically they try and get home, but the doctor can't get them home because he can't control it. And then they go on adventures. Rinse and repeat this for 25 years. It gets cancelled. It gets brought back in 2005, even though there was a movie in the 90s, which was not that good. And yeah. Personally, the first and second Doctor, by the way, the Doctor has the ability to regenerate, so that they could basically keep the show going. So if the actor wants to leave, they could just replace him with a new actor. The first and second Doctor have a lot of missing episodes because of the fact that they weren't archived right, and a lot of the tapes were kind of overdubbed and stuff like that, or some of them have been lost or just put in vaults or destroyed. Or junked, as people would like to call it. And basically, what this means is that if you are watching it from the original run, it's going to be very hard because of the fact that
This might look simple, but I've always got to be ready in case it's a trap.
it's going to be very hard because of the fact that it just like doesn't exist anymore.
Should be able to figure this out. I am Batman after all.
So
This might look simple, but I've
yeah,
always
basically what happened was that is that when it got turned into colour in the 70s, when Doctor Who, during the third Doctor's run, actually it was literally the Doctor's first episode as the third Doctor, colour was introduced. That's kind of when everything started getting archived properly. So everything from that point on is like saved. But basically, then they revived it. It's not a reboot. The 2005 is not a reboot. It is a continuation. It follows the same lore, but they do it in a way that you don't have to watch the original 20 seasons. I never watched the original 27, I think it is, seasons. I watched Doctor Who from the 2005 show, and it honestly does really well because it shows off a new mystery. It shows off something that even the original fans don't know, so the original fans and the new fans have something to learn together, and they introduced everything really well, and it genuinely just feels like you know, and if someone from the old series comes into it, they'll explain who it is and all that, and yeah, so I would very much recommend starting with the 2005 series with Christopher Eccleston, because in my opinion, you get a lot more feel of Doctor Who. I like the original stuff, I like the classic series, but also I find it quite hard to watch sometimes. A lot of things can run on for a bit. It's got the budget was never that great. It's not anything like A-Team or Knight Rider where the budget was quite decent and it was quite action-packed. Doctor Who was a lot of running dumb monster costumes and stuff. I still like it, but I personally would start the 2005 series. Don't start with the second revival where they basically in 2024, where they basically wanted to try and appeal it for the American audience.
likes to run for his money. Curious arrangement.
Yeah, in my opinion, it's just not worth it. Watch him again, but yeah. Basically, the Doctor fights off against villains with companions who are usually always human. They fight creatures such as the Cyberman, which we're doing now, Daleks, who will show up. They're the main two. You got the Master, who is just the evil Doctor, basically. And then you got some like the classic. You got some like classic enemies as well, like the Zygons, Sontarans, Silurians. Then you got some of the modern monsters like the Leaping Angels, who have become very popular. I know I'm not doing a great job explaining it, but I'm trying not to give away spoilers a lot. Like be like, oh, and then this happens in this one, which is a massive twist. I don't want to do that. There's a lot of twists. There's a lot of great writing. There's bad episodes. There's always going to be bad episodes. But also for every bad episode, there's like 5 great episodes. There's story arcs. There's mystery. That's what I love about Doctor Who. Is not only do I just love some of the acting and some of the speeches, which, you know, it's usually really good. But I just love the music as well. The music is incredible. Doctor Who is one of the best soundtracks out of any TV show I've ever watched. Almost every season has 10 out of 10 voice acting. And yeah. Alright. I won't tell you anymore. Just saying, it's action-packed. It's got great music. It's got great characters. It's got great jokes. Like, genuinely, I'm telling you now, Doctor Who could be a comedy. There's a lot of funny moments in it. Yeah, it's basically 20 years of fun to have. Oh, and tears. It's a very sad show. You will cry a lot. Yeah, it's fun. It's sad. It's funny. It's mysterious. It's confusing, and it's just fantastic.
All these tethers seem to be missing a focal point. Perhaps we can rebuild it.
So, a big thing about this, so a big thing about this level, first of all, that's the character who I think's up here. This is Clara. She's the companion to the 11th and 12th Doctor. The 12th Doctor is Peter Capaldi, who we saw at the start of the level. But, yeah, she's also the companion for the 11th Doctor as well. Very important character, very great companion. The mini-kits are the Pandorica, which are... It's very important, let's just say, for one of the series. I won't tell you which series, but let's just say it's a series arc, the Pandorica is. The Cyberman, who we're facing now, we also just took down some Cyber Mats, which were the little, like, slivery things. Yeah. Right, start us off by building this thing. Also, question of the day. If you have seen Doctor Who is your favourite Doctor? Mine is Matt Smith, who was the 11th Doctor. Not only do I think he's one of the funniest Doctors, he's crazy, but he can be really dark when he wants to. Yeah, he's got some of the best features in the show, some of the best acting in the show. I love David Tennant as well, but like, Matt Smith's just like the best. Alright, this is Bad Wolf here. This is from mainly the first series. It comes up a few more times during the course of other seasons, mainly as like Easter eggs and stuff like that. But it's mainly a thing from the first series. Right. Also, this level's very long. That is something that you could probably notice. Like, we're on 110,000 studs and we're only halfway through the stud bar. To the point where they just gave us a purple stud. You don't get purple studs in a level. You don't get purple studs. Like, that was a literal free purple stud that everyone is like forced to collect. You don't get that in most LEGO games. The only like LEGO game levels I could genuinely think of that do that are the ones that are like really long levels. Also, I always think like LEGO Batman 3 when I play this level. Alright. Yeah, a lot of LEGO games don't really give you a purple stud unless it's to do with like you know, it's usually like a secret area. They'll give you a purple stud for like finding a secret area. So giving you a purple stud literally by just doing the level, yeah, I feel like that only probably happens in games where the levels are quite long. I need to stop going close, might as well just do that quicker. So this is the Cyber King, I believe. Now, in Doctor Who, that chair belonged to the Cyber Leader, I believe. And that was on the episode The Age of Steel and the Rise of the Cyberman. And he was actually played by Roger Lloyd Pack, who you might know as Barney Crouch in the Harry Potter films, or you might know him as Trigger in Only Fools and Horses. And what's funny is, yes, that he was in the season with David Tennant, who played Barney Crouch Jr. So yes, Barney Crouch and Barney Crouch Jr. are in the same episode fighting against each other. And I just find, and also what's sad is, unfortunately, Roger Lloyd Pack did pass away, I believe, a year after that episode came out. Yeah. So if you do like, so that's another reason. If you like There's a lot of British. If you are British and you haven't seen Doctor Who, you're not British. So I can, I'm just gonna make you feel bad like that. I will say the driving in this game sucks. You just end up like running over everyone. Like you just end up on your head most of the time, and it's really annoying. What I might have to do is I'm gonna have to probably put this down a bit, because my god is it really annoying. I do think it's quite annoying that it just feels like it doesn't shoot at the actual opponents. Oh yeah, these are Weeping Angels, by the way. They were in like a Batman 3 in the Hall of Doom. Right. I'm actually gonna do this. And the reason I'm gonna do this is do you know what I mean? Like, why isn't this working? I hate this. Right. Okay. Yeah, again, another purple stud. Alright. There we are. I love how Batman never takes him with him. Okay. I think, guys, that's going to be the end of this video. Thanks so much for watching. Next episode, I won't be talking as much about Doctor Who because, you know what I mean? I don't, like, I'm not going to, like, force it down your throat, but please, watch Doctor Who. Anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.